Hello, everyone and everywhere, whoever was or will be. I am Red Runner, and today I'm joined by Gumball and Willow.
Guttural screech. Pretend I sound like Stitch or something. Says I'm pretty sure tons of other reactors are going to be doing that.
Heard a little bit of it.
But yes. Did I cut out?
No. I thought it was Willow who tried to screech.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just we do a little bit of guttural screeching that comes from the heart.
We do a little
Anyway.
bit of eardrum destruction.
It is Stitch versus Rocket Raccoon this time. And surprisingly, I've seen a lot of people not even betting necessarily, rooting for Rocket, including Willow.
Yes, sir.
Where do you stand?
I'm sure you were very confused who I was rooting based on my profile pic. I'm sure you were very confused.
It was really hard to figure out.
First of all, live squid reaction. Secondly, I hope no one takes this as an insult, but I think all Rocket fans should die.
Ooh, now that's a strong statement next to a Rocket fan.
I'll try to work that into my schedule.
Anyway, I am actually surprised. Last time we had a movie character, there was literally no one repping Iron Fist. But here, it's surprisingly split, if not in favor of Rocket.
People really like Rocket, and I don't know if that's just because of the movies, or if there are some comic fans coming in here, too.
It's because, and I think this is a Death Battle Wiki thing, he's a creep, he's a weirder.
That's not...
Put the image on screen.
Put the image on screen, editor. Do it.
I don't actually know what image you mean, but send it to me. Anyway,
I will after. Anyway,
Before we start, this is a PSA. This is a PSA. The Square Enix Guardians of the Galaxy video game is a very good video game that you should purchase and play as soon as humanly possible.
Counterpoint, Stitch isn't. I was about to. Okay, yeah, really close. I have not read the blog. I genuinely don't know
anything about the blog, or are you actively not?
It's a bit of both.
Do you
I
want
was
to know
interested.
what the ratio was in their votes, or no?
Ratio.
I don't know anything about the ratio other than it was lopsided, and I'd rather keep it that way.
So you don't want to know who they said wins?
I just want to go based off of my own experience.
Okay.
First of all, Stitch is in Kingdom Hearts, so
Wait, sorry,
I'm not
what did you say?
that. I said Stitch is
He
in
said
Kingdom Hearts
scaling. That's what he said.
Or I'm not going to use it, but I did want to point out, funny enough, you guys know how Stitch is like blatantly Galaxy, like the most blatant it's ever been.
Yeah.
In Kingdom Hearts, it's the exact same scenario because in the end of his summon in Kingdom Hearts 3, he summons the Galaxy over top of himself.
So he literally just has the same...
Does he throw it?
He throws pieces...
The Galaxy chucking!
I gotta know, this is for science.
The high-pitched squeal just makes it sound like it's a kid who, like, he's seeing a kid on the road about to get hit by a car. No, get out of the way, the Galaxy's coming right at you.
The Galaxy's coming.
Oh god, Phantom, get out of the way. Oh no, she has AirPods in. Anyway, so I've read the Guardians of the Galaxy comic. I haven't seen anything that points to the super weapons. I'm not calling them Herald tier. I am tired of this term. But I know it exists.
Of these motherfucking heralds in these motherfucking death battles.
I know they exist. The primary example I heard was using it on a weakened Thanos who wanted to die anyway. So it feels like it's very much a stretch to try and go like, oh yeah, he should totally scale to the full benefit.
This is one of the few cases where I actually had a dream of how the outcome went. But I'm not necessarily gonna share. But it was interesting. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a dream of some of us in a VC talking about the conclusion they came to.
dreams like
Bro,
that sometimes. So
Look,
It's
I always
possible.
wanted a battle to end in gay sex. Why did this have to be the one to do it?
I hope my double take picked up well on camera there.
Say yes.
I don't know what. Okay, so Stitch is let's just summarize and get into it. Stitch is physically stronger and faster. Rocket is
And is-
actually faster is arguable. But Rocket might have gear that is on par or higher. Might.
It's so funny because like hearing this debate in practice, it's like you hear about the console wars, weird analogy, but so like you hear all of this benefit stuff, the Game Pass, all these new exclusives coming out, and then on the other side, it's Nintendo has games.
I mean, to be fair, Nintendo doesn't like stack up that well compared to the other two when it comes to pure sales.
Do the other two have games?
Except for the Wii. The Wii did ridiculously well.
Luigi's Mansion 3 outsold God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
It seems a very inconsistent thing to say that Sony stuff has games.
Well, we're talking about
That seems to fluctuate.
if we're talking
All
about
right, anyways,
if we're talking about console wars are more about sales of the consoles. Sales of individual games aren't quite the same thing.
I know I'm the one that prompted this up, but what an interesting Rocket versus Stitch discussion, guys.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
did this
anyway,
entirely on your own. I don't even
All right,
know where
anyway.
it came from.
Anyway,
basically,
his entire determination and motivation is based on the Elvis Presley. So, Rocket is going to who informs Stitch about the exact circumstances
We might get it
of
right,
Elvis.
we might get it wrong. I
and
don't know, but
Stitch
either way,
will
it's not
disintegrate
our show.
immediately. That's a bit too close to the dreaded kind of joke.
By the way, the Champion exclusive version used to not have ads, but they put the ads back on. I don't know the
Cringe.
specifics of that.
I always thought it was weird that they put Stitch in the front here. Like, Poe should have been in the front of the last one, but I think Rocky should have been in the front here.
Stitch is pretty well known.
But Stitch is always marketable, man.
Stitch is always marketable. I agree that Poe should have been first in the last one, though.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons.
They're showing animation already. Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
There's
this is
no
the first
there. What
one
are
to
you
have
doing?
Moro Productions, right? The one from Indie Cross?
The mad
Yeah.
scientist Jumbo Jukiba.
That's
was
cool.
a
You
say
victim of
from
illegal
Indie
genetic
Cross.
experimentation.
But
Yes,
yes,
that-
yes.
He's most fearsome, most
The one
dangerous,
talented Friday Night Funkin' fan. Let's go.
purely black
Yippee.
creatures and smushed them all
I
together.
don't mean to
A
interrupt
great
too
man
hard,
with a
but like,
vision. Persecuted by
there are quite a
spineless,
few
know-nothing
talented
bureaucrats.
Friday
The
Funkin'
results?
fans.
Experiment
Weirdly enough.
626, though you can just call him Stitch.
More than you think.
He did not.
And I guess they didn't want to risk using the actual movie clip there,
So
so they just got the VA to do it.
After being slated
Yeah.
for termination, Stitch escaped to a
They gotta keep those
Bro, he
bits
likes-
around,
he
but they
likes
can't
Coke.
afford.
He likes coconut, so do I. This is the moral victory we're talking about here.
Coconut
Jake Long mentioned.
There's a
Jake Long
difference.
mentioned.
Yeah,
They
he's
took
going
him
to
out of the
upscale
Disney
from
vault for a second.
And despite his horrific
He's going to
upbringing,
upscale from
Look at this
Jake
weird
Long.
dog,
Let's
guys.
go.
a love of Elvis and a kinship
That was the
with
greatest.
Lilo.
That is the greatest preview description that Death Battle's ever done.
Like him, it wasn't
Yeah.
Look at this
long
weird
before
dog.
Stitch was ready to do anything to protect his new Ohana from the alien threats coming to get him.
And let me tell you, as a fellow
Are you guys
mad
ready to see this
scientist,
one?
Jumbo
Are you guys
really
ready to see
outdid
that one
himself
comment
here.
that says, "I wish they would shut up"?
First of all,
Nightmare.
is entirely bulletproof.
The fog is coming. The fog is coming. The fog is coming.
He's entirely bulletproof, they say as they show him getting hit by plasma.
I mean, that's not a bullet. That's plasma.
Stitch can crawl on walls, hear a whisper from miles
When did they
away,
say plasma proof,
so
huh?
loud he'll
No, that's
blow
why
Yeah.
the
they
kingdom
said
come.
bulletproof. Shows plasma.
Look at this dude.
Sonic.
Vindash.
His eyesight is also incredible. He's got night
Triplets
Blue,
on the
Vindash.
throne
and can even
awaits.
zoom in hundreds of
The ones of a deadly fate.
Copyright strikes.
Machine gun
Separate.
spit, machine gun EMP spit, machine gun glue spit. I don't. His spit does everything.
Now the GameCube.
The dude knows molecular physics and can build entire mech suits and space.
Editor, put solid GameCube image on.
I need to see this anime. It sounds really good.
Some of it's from the anime, some of it's from the cartoon.
With a
For the
brain
record.
comparable to a supercomputer. The world's most powerful supercomputer right now is
My guy do be kind
Oh,
of
they
smart
are
though.
actually scaling it to the
One
supercomputer.
quintillion calculations a
Blank
second.
time. Am I right, fellas?
Yippee! Computer scaling.
Jumba's
That's what we've always needed.
It's the flop.
Jumba states his intelligence is larger than some galaxies in the season 2 episode. Little Stitch. Oh, yeah, fucker.
I was right.
Hey.
He is.
Alien progenitors. His DNA includes traces of the manglioid of Meridian 4, the goo goblin,
But no,
booger
seriously,
beast,
though?
the people-eating pus monkey.
What
the
does that
deadly
mean? His
Live stage
intelligence
reaction.
is larger than galaxies. What does that mean?
Bottom-feeding scum sucker.
I guess
His
there's.
brain is larger than galaxies.
Am I right?
No, Wiz, what the hell? That's such a messed up thing to say about her. Be better.
I'm so disappointed.
I feel
in
like
you.
I need
You
to
can make
rewind
those
just to hear
jokes
what
when
they
you
said.
start
I
paying
missed
the
it.
alimony.
Sorry.
Okay.
Be greater.
Beast, the people-eating pus monkey, the deadly disemboweler, the boiling tongue-oid, and the bottom-feeding scum sucker.
It sounds like your ex-wife. Am I right?
Ah, oh
Got
no,
him.
you're
Got
not
him.
allowed to make
Got
those
him.
Thing to
jokes.
say about her. Be better.
I'm so disappointed in you.
You can make those jokes when you start paying the alimony.
What?
Well, Stitch's incredible buffet of alien DNA is supported by a power cell embedded in his body.
Good thing Twitter's down right now, man.
Colliding planets.
They can't cancel you like
Colliding
this.
planets. Are you coming back? No?
You.
Okay.
He's got a jet. Grenades. and
Instantly
a
teleports back.
electronic
We're getting Wiz versus Boomstick this season. Let's go.
Oh, and shrink enemies. That's cool too.
Now
Was
it's
a
personal.
one-fluff army, and he proved it when everyone
Who
from
would
the
really
Galactic
win?
Federation to the dastardly Dr. Hamsterville came to pick a fight with him.
Including all of Jumba's experiments. Yeah, 626 is
Look at that
some
dude.
random number. There are hundreds of these little bastards running around. More trouble-making cousins to add to his growing ohana.
Though
His
he had to pacify
cousins
many
are
of them first,
weird.
like Slushy, who can
No,
How many of
okay,
them?
okay,
How
the second they
many-
mentioned the
how
black
many of
hole
them have
one,
plushies
the
of them?
second they mentioned the black hole
Earth
one,
in
dude.
half and shatter planet-busting
Uh-oh.
asteroids.
And Jumba stated that Stitch
Yeah.
was the most destructive, unstoppable monster the universe has ever seen.
Oh, no.
So they're going with that, huh?
Who can create
Oh,
black
no.
hole large
There
enough
it
to
is.
consume the entire universe.
Speaking of
The black hole.
In the anime, yes, there's a Lilo and Stitch anime. Stitch once piloted a ship
I
carrying
love
a
anime.
supernova bomb strong enough to wipe out a galaxy and flew it into a
Here
black
it comes.
hole.
Here it comes.
And the black hole both exploded.
Yay,
on top of
they
him,
did
and he
it.
popped
They
out
did
no
it. They
worse
brought up the
for wear.
thing.
You know, like you do.
Another time,
Let's
Stitch
go.
piloted a ship to a different
Bro
black
just
I
hole.
saw
walked out of
some
a
people in the
galaxy
comments
explosion.
It's
I
Like
saw
a
unclear
some
try.
people, I saw some people say in the comments that Stitch is just straight up indestructible.
That means
I want
his
you to
ship
know,
route had
guys,
to have been
that is what we
flying
call a
at
no
over
limits
1
fallacy.
million times the speed of light.
And
But
when
they're
he's
also
filled with
right.
love for his ohana,
Basically.
the power cell inside Stitch surges
Listen.
incalculably. He used this to defeat
That-
Darkman,
mathematical
That's
consistency
incalculable.
to be
correct.
stronger than Stitch, who had just defeated 4 Stitch clones on his own.
And Stitch
Yo.
completely annihilated him.
Wait,
He knocked
clones?
Darkman into
Mizika
outer
had
space
clones.
so
She wasn't hurt
hard
last
he just
episode.
launched a city-sized space station. You know, like you do.
He's even
Like you
managed to worm his way into completely different Disney properties.
Oh, God,
Stitch,
we
how?
have another Deadpool
Stitch,
on
what
our
are you
hands,
doing?
do we?
With Stitch around,
Stitch, you're
Lilo,
destroying the
Ronnie, and
timeline. Stop.
inhabitants of
Stitch.
Earth couldn't
Whenever-
be safer.
Never forget that Jasmine actually considered her sleeping with Stitch.
What?
That was
Stop.
canon.
What? Wait, what are you talking about? What are you
It's
talking
not
In-
easy to
about?
spend all
In
your
the
time on your
whole
work,
in the
your
whole new
friends,
world
your family.
preview, as
But
she was
how much
given
time
like
do you
Aladdin
actually
those
spend on
loving eyes,
yourself?
when Stitch
Therapy
came
can
around,
be
she
an
gave
incredible
him
asset
the
to your
exact
mental
same
health,
eyes.
Even
Oh,
if you
no.
don't think you need it right at this moment. A lot of these
I don't know
problems
how
can be
to
hard
take
to spot
this.
without self-reflection and an outside
Oh
perspective.
my goodness gracious.
It's easy to accept things the way
Agrabah
they
women are
without
just wild,
realizing
man.
that maybe they could be better. Everyone can benefit from becoming the best version of themselves. Positive coping skills.
Yeah,
setting
you
boundaries,
just said
supporting
the
others without
ex-wife
leaving yourself
thing, and now
behind.
you're the one
All
recommending therapy.
incredibly
This
important
feels
to
kind of
practice in your
hypocritical.
journey for self-fulfillment.
And in this super busy
I'm
world,
not the
BetterHelp is
problem.
entirely online and
It's
designed
okay.
for flexible
If Wiz feels like he's not doing the best mentally, he'll just kill himself and bring out a new clone. He'll be better.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's
viable.
viable.
At no additional charge.
I mean,
Find
it's
more
probably
balance with
viable.
BetterHelp.
It's just
Visit
not
BetterHelp.com/deathbattle
optimal.
Yeah,
today
they,
to
no,
get 10%
optimal.
off
That's
your
the
first
word I was
month.
looking for.
That's
Thank you.
BetterHelp, HELP.com/deathbattle.
Therapy gets in the way of all the time he dedicates to science.
Dakota, there was a young boy named Rocky Raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon. Rocket, not Rocky. That's the Beatles song he's named after.
Well, I have wasted a lot of time on some very specific research.
In fact, it's just
What?
Rocket. Despite his startling
Yeah.
resemblance to the resourceful...
Looks like we became a
surviving
Beatles fan
mammal,
for this
Rocket
episode.
originates from the alien planet Half-World,
that transition
which
was
serves
weird.
as
Has
a
dated- has
dated many alien girls who now want to
by
kill
alien
him.
humanoids.
Along with many of
Hashtag
the world's
relatable.
inhabitants, Rocket was subjected to cybergenetic modifications by his overlords.
All with the purpose of being Half-World's warden, Ranger Rocket.
Rocket's mutations make him
Why is
smarter,
Pennywise there?
stronger, faster, and tougher than your average garbage goblin.
His cybernetic skeleton is connected to artificial vertebrae
That
and
art
neural
style is
implants,
so
allowing him to dodge
strange
gunfire and
to me.
laser beams, survive an explosion
Like,
the
he
size
looks
of a
like-
city block,
he looks
and
like
keep up with
Ratchet
supervillains like Kraven
in that
and
art
I
Yeah.
was about to say. I was about to say a mix of
I've
Ratchet
seen
and
so
Dexter.
many.
Yeah, Rocket battled
The Walrus.
mercenary Blackjack O'Hare,
The Walrus.
and clowns and saved the day time and time
I've seen so many
Yeah,
freaking
I
Rocket
wondered
comic
what the hell
panels
this
in
has
this
to
waiting
do with
period. It's
Guardians
like
of the Galaxy.
it feels like the guy is never drawn in the same way at all. in any panel I see.
Bro, his legs were so skinny that Augusta Wink snapped them.
By his otter lover, a different one, he has a thing for otters. Rocket was sent to jail. Space
Yeah.
jail.
Did she also want to kill him?
Age is a man. Gun was the Saturday
I don't know.
morning cartoon character of yore. He was a villain.
Bucky!
Yippee!
Part of the
Bucky!
criminal
Get the
justice
Bucky!
system. The space criminal
Get the
justice
Bucky
system.
No, don't take too long on
the
it.
trauma of his brutal genetic modifications and a lingering sense of alienation. It was in this personal hell where he'd meet a bunch of a-holes who would soon be his new teammates. Star-Lord, Gamora,
He's not
Drax,
wrong.
and of course, his best pal Groot.
And together they were the
No, seriously,
Guardians
that
of
art
the
style
Galaxy,
on the bottom
defending
there,
the free peoples of
it
the
looks
cosmos from all
strange.
manner
Not
of
Classic
bad,
theme.
menace.
but
For a
strange.
price, of course. Though unlike some of the powerhouses on his team, Rocket's raccoon body is...
I told you he's not a raccoon. He was created on Half-World and is the last of an entire race of raccoon-like aliens. He just happens to look like an Earth raccoon.
Don't lecture me on raccoons, Wiz.
Wait, where do you get the hat?
Fighting the bastards for years. Did you know they're tiny little bandit masks known for reducing glare?
As soon as he starts talking about raccoons, it just simply spawns.
Earthworms digging underground. About 2/3
It lets you know he's in raccoon mode and you need to run.
That's why there has been a chicken combatant. The poultry scientist mode of him would take over.
Suited to a nimble, stealthy glass cannon like Rocket.
Yeah, cuz he's
Glass
a raccoon.
cannon.
As I was saying, Rocket
Yeah.
became the team's resident grease
I mean,
monkey,
yeah, no, they're right,
specializing
they're
in all things technology and engineering. And
Well,
fittingly,
they
his
just shut
specialty
down
in
that one
combat
argument of
is
him
fire.
scaling physically, because I know that
I mean,
was
that was
around.
stupid. That was stupid to
Rockets
begin.
built giant mechs, cobbled together random
Was that a
for an
Gundam?
improvised flamethrower.
Yeah.
Easily slapped together a
Yeah,
bomb
his origin
strong
was
enough to
handled
destroy
differently.
Flamethrower, showerhead.
Modern series,
every kind of
yeah.
hand
Insane.
cannon imaginable.
It's over for you, you blue rascal. I got wings of iron.
Plasma guns, laser guns, and my favorite, the melon popper, where
What?
melon means head and pop means kabam.
That melon belonged to a
Boo
Silver
Wump.
Scroll, one of the deadliest warriors in the
Yeah.
Marvel Universe. With the combined abilities of the Fantastic Four, including the Thing, who survived a blast from the power
Including the
cosmic
Thing.
that could
Okay, so
split
no,
a
they are
planet in
definitely
two.
scaling the
Rocket's
weaponry.
weapons are crazy.
Oh,
like
man.
the Rampart armed
Oh,
laser
God, that's a
cannon,
lot of
which
I
was
love
used
comic
in
scaling.
and could melt
Yeah.
the face off the man
It's
type
the
himself,
Rocket
Thanos.
Raccoon,
The
man.
same Thanos who was strong enough to survive
Thanos
a
scaling.
black hole 4 light years across and came out with only
Uh-oh.
scratches.
The very same
Uh-oh.
Marvel Shrek
I mean, they're
who's
probably
battled
just going to say
universe
that's
busters and
equal.
Beyond, like Thor, Hulk, and Odin. If Thanos can walk through attacks from a dude who
Kinda
can shake
stupid
the
if they call it
multiverse
equal,
and
but
Rocket's
whatever.
guns can hurt
Whatever.
him, I'm gonna need one of those puppies under my pillow ASAP.
And similar weaponry to what Rockets use can operate down to the picosecond, which is 1 trillion.
Otter.
Uh-oh.
He can access all of these goodies at
What does that
any
even
time
mean
from
in
his
this case,
orbital
though?
stash.
Oh, he
A
said
remote
trillionth
control
of a
satellite
second. That's the
that'll deliver
fastest
anything
speed we
he
got
wants
so far,
like a
right?
split.
I think
Rocket
so,
can zoom
but-
through the sky on his rocket skates,
actually-
project force fields, teleport with a portable AI, melt
Actually,
through
no,
solid
I think
metal
it's
with
going to be
acid,
slower
and
than the
even hack
supercomputer
foreign
thing they
technology.
talked about
Anything
for
from a
Stitch.
prison to a planet to
Yeah,
a
I was saying it's faster than they got for rockets so far.
Rocket's the most
It's the fastest thing
dangerous
Rocket
has so
non-raccoon
far,
who's
yeah.
totally a raccoon in the whole universe.
And he's proven it with the Guardians.
I'm
He
trying
saved
not to
Earth
fall
at
into
least
cope
11
mode.
times, cured Ego the Living
I need
Planet
to be
of a
prepared in
West
case.
and held his own against an entire
Tasties
world
aren't
trying
enough.
to kill him
Hello,
all at
Spider-Man.
once.
How are you
He devised
doing?
a plan that ultimately stopped
Just Spider-Man.
one of the friggin'
But yeah,
dark
no,
dimension.
technically-
No wonder Star-Lord
I'm
called
thinking about it.
Rocket the
Technically,
greatest
all
I
the
love
stuff,
your
all
mom
the
movie.
stuff-
He's so
Even
cool.
if
Technically, all the
sometimes
stuff
he has
they've
a tendency to run it
explicitly
guns
given
blazing.
Rocket,
Though he'd always be a
stat-wise,
wisecracking son of a bitch, his time
is
with the
still
Guardians
lower
softened
than
his edges. He learned
What-
to
I don't know
enjoy
if I
life
misspoke.
again.
All the
and
stuff they've
even
given
made it
Rocket
back
so
The
to
far is
homie.
technically
that bastard
lower than
Blackjack
Stitch.
O'Hare packing.
And even though he clearly is one, whatever you do,
Clearly.
call him a raccoon, because there's nowhere in the galaxy to hide from this gun-toting motherflarker.
Alright, so from what I saw there, I think Stitch should be faster, and that's all that really matters.
And I'm pretty sure, at least verbally, the feats they gave
It's the first company to
Stitch
sell a premium wireless
were
service
equal
online
or
only.
better.
You can save a ton and
I
order from
I
home
feel
with
like it
plans
would be
starting
dumb
at just
to
$15
not make a
month.
bet, but I also feel really indecisive because it would make sense for Death Battle to be like, all right, so despite Stitch being fast or really smart, those weapons are just really strong, man. You never
yeah,
know.
No, as far as what they
I love it.
as far as what they specifically said, like what specific feats they scaled it to, they were still on the black hole
Better
level.
yet, you can keep your current phone number and contact. So
And-
I mean, he
they
upscales from an alien that is a threat to the universe. They said that much.
Yeah, they just didn't actually give any calculations for it.
That's
Which is a weird-
I mean, you don't need to give a calculation if they're a threat to the entire universe.
They left that topic and then gave a calculation for something else. That's what makes it weird to me.
All right, let's go. Stitch, I'm rooting for you. I don't know who to bet. I'll get funeral arrangements, in
Space
order
away.
just in case.
Applause for the ice cream
Space
guy.
away.
Also, yes,
For
the
the ice cream
constellation
guy.
is in the back yet again.
Skibbity bump and died up.
Or just to say something, the reason that guy there, the ice cream guy, he's an alien.
My ship, Florida base.
Real.
Yes, real. I think the anime
Not fake.
showed that off.
I saw some people call this slow. I think it works. Like, just a classic shootout.
Yeah, it works. I just think they kind of move a little bit slow. That's
I
it.
definitely want a faster
I
one later, though.
disagree. I don't think it is moving.
I want that maniacal laughing.
Also, yes,
I need
he
that
definitely
TVD
said
energy. I need
slurs
it.
about his mother.
Yep.
Like, I'm conflicted, man. I want to read Rocket, but I love a good your mom.
Keep you over. Let's go.
Spin dash? Spin dash.
Go off, man. Yo.
Okay, yeah,
Yo.
no, there was Moro right there.
Yep.
All the guns. Give
Is he okay? Stitch, are you okay? Oh god, he's on fire.
Rocket's just having fun.
Good for him, man. He needs something to get his mind off the ship. Bro is molding. This is nice.
He's so
Yeah. Yeah. Racial slurs gif. My man's gone four-armed, man. More lightning. There's so much of it, he's still using.
Now, what's
Look
that?
out! Bust this!
He said it way too explicitly, I think.
Mm.
Oh, the arms
no.
came off.
Yeah, no, Stitch is totally winning this. He just tanked it.
Nice
Oh,
environment.
he could just use Rocket's weapons. I didn't even consider that.
Shoot, I don't know how to do it.
Oh boy. Oh.
Wait, he got his ice cream back?
Yippee! And he got a hand-drawn scene. Go off, man.
Oh no!
Dang!
Well, at least someone got the ice cream.
Double KO! You know, brutally murdering
Been a while
ice
since
cream
we've heard
guy
that.
wasn't necessary, Wiz, but I felt it was an artful touch.
Though similar in many ways, Stitch and Rocket's
Yeah.
fighting styles were polar opposites.
Yeah.
Stitch was more
Makes sense to
strong
me.
enough to tear Rocket apart physically, while Rocket's guns
Why do
were
we care about
powerful enough to
MCU
kill
Rocket?
people
Why is that
even
a tab?
stronger than Stitch? So the question was simple. If both of them only needed one hit to win, who would get the killing blow first?
It all came down to speed. Rocket has dodge lasers,
Yeah.
and his guns could operate down to the picosecond, 1/1,000,000th of a second.
But Stitch's supercomputer brain could operate down to the
2600
quintillionth of a second,
times faster than
a
light is what
million
they say.
times faster. at
Yippee.
minimum.
And his ability to
Yeah.
pilot that ship at over 1,000,000 times the speed of light meant that he more than had the reaction speed to dodge anything Rocket threw at him.
Rocket's
Oh, piloting
technical brilliance
feat.
meant he could keep Stitch at bay with tricks for a while, but he couldn't reliably seal the deal, despite being a little blue.
Gotta cause more voice Irish Rocket,
level
don't.
headed in a fight, whereas Rocket can be.
But yeah, there was the
way more
one
impulsive.
hand-drawn
And frankly,
bit, which
Stitch
was
is
obviously
probably
Moro,
even
but Moro
smarter
mentioned
considering he has the
multiple, so
combined
he probably did a
IQ
little
of
bit
an
of
entire
sprite work
galaxy.
too.
One slip up from Rocket is all Stitch would need to end the fight.
Rocket's arsenal was absolutely bonkers, to be sure, but Stitch's superior speed, physical strength, and unbelievable intelligence gave him the win.
Looks like.
Yay.
Also, I like how the
Blasting
fan.
off
I like how
again!
The winner
Stitch.
is...
Oh
Rocket.
Oh, there's a f***ing turkey here too. Where's he gonna leave the turkey behind?
The winner is Stitch.
He crossed over with the medium. He did it.
Thanks for watching.
You did it.
Nothing is immune from Stitch crossover.
This year. And click the join button
You are not
to
immune to
extra content.
propaganda.
Plan
But yeah,
level members-
Stitch is-
Anyway,
Stitch will
should we
be
go
at
Joe
your
versus
house for 5
Makima for
seconds.
whatever reason?
Oh, Vader versus Obito.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be a loaded one.
Boy.
Obito
Why-
won
This
for
one,
like
it'll be fun. I think.
Obito won for like a year, and then someone came out and said, actually Vader wins now, and I think people are okay with that.
This one is also an interesting debate, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know specifically how to describe it. I guess I don't know.
All right, I want to make the joke before anyone else does. Wow, I cannot believe we got a Madara run back.
Yippee!
Anyway, yeah, people's tinfoil was correct, even if accidentally. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but the pegboard on Wiz, or you remember the season trailer? They had Wiz's pegboard with all the Madara, all the Madara and Obito stuff in the background.
I don't want to
It's
say I'm
nice-
not
it's nice to be
excited for
back
this,
in
at least a
play.
little bit. It's just that we've had so much Star Wars lately, and I just cannot be bothered.
Okay, man, but like, we went a whole season without Naruto. It's so good to be back.
That much I agree on, but also the last one was Madara, and now we got Obito.
Yeah.
It's like
They are
it's
different people. Don't
For
act like
99
they're literally the same.
Red. That was literally the Madara's plan. The entire point of
Exactly,
Obito
but the
for
point
most
is
of
they're
his
not
life,
the same person. They're not.
only
even
by
if-
the
even
tail
if-
end.
Editor, Madara conversations are starting. Activate 8 sped up voices.
All right, so basically, Obito was literally made to just be Madara until Madara came back.
But Obito is his own person with his own storyline and all that.
His storyline
And
is
his own
that he's
abilities.
Madara until he.
No, that's not his storyline. That's so reductive.
His storyline is that he's filling in for Madara until he gets back. He has
That's
his own
also not-
motivations.
You completely skipped over all the shit with Kakashi and Rin and all that.
Yeah, because that was his backstory. Like that was
That's
his
still
childhood.
part of
And
his story. It's not like backstory isn't story.
I'm not saying
but
it
yeah,
isn't, but
just
I'm
in the
talking
back.
about verses wise.
Versus wise, I'm pretty sure they do have different abilities to each other as well.
Obito doesn't have the top tier transfer. No, wait, he still does. He has the truth seeking orbs and stuff as well.
He has what?
Well, I guess. Well, wait. If he has the
truth-seeking orb. I didn't understand what you
well,
said.
I guess that ends that debate. Well, I did that on accident, but I'm focusing more on the character
Oh.
right now.
But yeah,
yeah.
I know that who wins is a big debate. This one is not necessarily one I care too much about.
I liked the matchup well enough. I was about to do a script for it, but that fell through. I'm pretty sure Oboso should still win, at least at the time they made the episode.
It would be an interesting contrast to the very similar matchup we have.
Yeah, we're
Off the back.
gonna... Actually, it is, like, really similar to Obi-Wan versus Kakashi, so it's interesting to see how they handle it. At the very least, how they portray it.
If they could do a callback to that, again, Jutsu sequence, I think that would be pretty cool. In some way, shape, or form.
Anyway, Stitch versus Rocket, pretty good. Pretty good.
I enjoyed it. There wasn't too much fighting in the fight, at least on Rocket's end, because he was just kind of watching.
I mean,
he had
that's
to get
not
into
exactly
action.
true, because he was remote controlling those guns. But
I mean, he was, but you get my point.
But yeah, they did pretty explicitly say, even though, again, I found it weird that they specified the galaxy feat for Thanos, when his guns are more powerful. They did explicitly say at the end there that the guns would probably kill Stitch in one shot as well.
When I read the comics, Rocket was way more hands-on. So is this just an MCU thing? Does he like to remote control stuff more often?
No, this is a comic thing. In the MCU,
well, then I just didn't read far enough.
Yeah, in the MCU,
because Rocket's whole demeanor.
How does he really fight in the MCU? No,
I read the first two batches of volumes.
He typically only uses pistols and, like, shotgun, rifle, that sort of thing. Handheld guns. That's usually what he does. In
the comics, up to what I read up to, he's absolutely bloodlust. His catchphrase is literally "Blame, I just murdered you," and he is psychotic. He seems a lot more reserved in the actual episode, though.
He's somewhat
This episode was a little lacking in what I was hoping for, and what I can only describe as hee-hee-hee-ha energy.
Yeah.
I wanted a little more of that.
Stitch delivered, Rocket didn't. That's why he died, actually. He should have been more unhinged.
Also, there weren't many instances where I thought it was...
Which you know,
there weren't many
made it a little... Made it a little...
But the editing in this episode felt a little bit on the blander side. There were just a couple hiccups that I, like, took note of. Like, transitions between clips, basically.
That whole thing made it a little wacky, and it pointed to Rocket as the more reckless one in the post-analysis.
Yeah, no, Rocket's the reckless one. Well, he's just sipping on a martini while Stitch is burning alive. It's not on the same level as all Lee would have to do is hit Sanji first when his leg literally blows up in the animation, but still, it's one of those funny things where like the post analysis contradicts what happens in the animation.
Yeah, but the animation really do just be for fun, unfortunately.
The animation was fun, although I don't know how much of it was Moro, because you only had like a handful of shots. I thought he would be more involved.
Unless he's part of the he does sprite stuff.
Yeah, I know he does sprites. You said that.
Like, I have a feeling that one shot of Stitch, like, getting up after having gotten blown up by all the guns might have been Moro. It was pretty animated, so I can imagine that one, maybe.
Probably. They didn't have to kill the ice cream alien guy, though.
They really did not have to kill the ice cream man.
I am taking a point off of that.
Sometimes they get a little quirky.
Oh, hey, look
they
at
do tend to get a bit quirky in Marvel fights.
Oh, hey guys, look at that progress bar. We're probably like 25, 30 minutes into the video. Most people clicked off. We should probably think about the
what are
for
you
an
talking
outro.
about? The recording's 35 minutes already, Gumball.
Oh, well, then we should probably think of an outro, read my friend who
we
rhymes
have the
with
same
Fred.
outro every time. Or I do. If you guys like this video, you can like. If you didn't, dislike. But either way, we'll see you in the next video.
Oh, that is very much an outro. Applause there, Mr. Red.
Yippee!
I
hope I see Marshall Ringmaster today. I miss him.
And get splattered all over the place like a jigsaw trap.
You think Ringmaster fits for this one? If anything, I would imagine Dummy.
Look at the nice
just
blue
like-
alien celebrating his family. I wish I had a family. I'm going to kill myself.
Okay.